Another big meth haul.
Police evidence lockers must be rammed at the moment. Cops be finding meth easier than the Eagles are finding the goalposts.
Ouch.
Latest haul, a tidy 14 kilos, was allegedly the work of Mohammed Charif Oueida. The Comanchero ally was arrested on Thursday in quite dramatic fashion.
Search warrant! Please, search warrant, stay where you are!
What is he doing at the kitchen bench?
According to the police, he is trying to smash his phone. Because your phone can be a pretty effective alleged witness to an alleged crime. And as Joe Pesci explained in Casino, the first rule of life in the underworld is...
It's always better with no witnesses.
Oueida appears to be quite a resilient chap. He survived a gangland shooting outside a mosque in Melbourne in 2017. After the shooting, he sent his attackers a series of text messages, one of which read, "Missed me bitches."
Damn, that's cold.
His home in Ballajura wasn't the only one targeted by the cops last week. They kicked down the doors at two other houses, one in Ellenbrook and one in Midland, and allegedly found 114 grand in cash, along with cannabis, drug paraphernalia and encrypted phones. They arrested another guy, Christopher Mark Mitchell. He's charged with possessing stolen or unlawfully obtained property and money laundering. Apparently found the court appearance an emotional experience because when he left Midland Magistrates, you could hear him sobbing from under his jumper.
Done with all the dark days.
Must have been a big police op.
They called it Operation Repeater. Most of the time the code names of police ops are randomly generated, but I reckon a bit of thought went into this one. It's not the first time old mate Mohammed has crossed paths with a constabulary. He was arrested a couple of years ago after he was allegedly part of a convoy coming to WA from Victoria.
Road trip!
The 55 kilos of meth and pills were said to be in a daggy Winnebago.
What a rig you got there, amigo.
And Oueida was in something far more gangster, a Hummer.
So is he actually a patched bikie?
He's described as having deep links with the Comancheros, which was started in 1966 by a former Scottish soldier called William Ross, who went by the imaginative nickname Jock. Jock governed his club according to 10 commandments.
Who is on the Lord's side?
The sixth of which was, "Thou shalt not smuggle drugs."
That one must have been hard to read.
History would suggest so.
We will not live by your commandments, we're free.
Not just the Comanchero shifting product, the last of 5 men charged over the importation of almost a tonne of narcotics into WA in 2019 has just been sentenced. Antoine Dicenta was in charge of a yacht called Zero, named after the number of brain cells possessed by its skipper. Zero was loaded with 380 kilos of cocaine, 340 kilos of ecstasy and 170 kilos of meth somewhere near Madagascar,
I like to move it.
from where it sailed 7,800 kilometres across the Indian Ocean to the mid-west coast of WA before running aground near the Stick Islands.
Bit of a whoopsie.
Antoine fell asleep at the wheel,
Ugh.
which did nothing to dispel cultural stereotypes about the French,
The French are neutral. This is not my fight.
and is ironic because he was ferrying Pablo Escobar quantities of go juice at the time he caught some Zeds.
Professional.
That was just the start. This smuggling operation needed the West Coast anthem as its soundtrack. The people the crew of the Zero were meant to rendezvous with ended up getting stuck on part of the Abrolhos called Post Office Island, and 2 of the crew became stranded on Burt Island. They couldn't get to their tender because of a angry sea lion. Having a snooze wasn't Antoine's only fuck-up. He also accidentally documented the transfer of drugs onto the Zero because he was filming some whales at the time. In what prosecutors described as the worst butt dial in history, he can be heard talking to his helper Graham Palmer about the amount and type of drugs they were smuggling. For all that, Antoine's just been jailed for 26 years.
He didn't have much luck.
He needed what this guy had.
Michael Block.
He's doing well. Dave, only a couple over on a day like this. It's a lot of pressure.
Couple bogeys.
That's in.
No
That's a
way.
slam dunk one.
That was golf pro Michael Block slam dunking a hole-in-one in the final round of the PGA Championship in Oak Hill. I got nothing more to say.
Apart from...
I'm Ben Harvey. For more update, click the subscribe button below.